Well, an unlikely group of Utah men are hosting a book club in an unconventional place. This fall, they have invited several local authors to a classroom at the state prison. News specialist Shelby Lofton shows us how the inmates there are bonding over books.
In 2019, just 3 people showed up to the first ever book club put on by the Utah Prison Education Project. And now the room is filled with dynamic discussion from people of all different backgrounds.
I think we do a disservice when we remove opportunities to read.
Whether they're reading fables or fairy tales.
A lot of people haven't read a book since high school. We do have people who have master's degrees.
The people in Elliot Morris's book club come prepared.
The readers are so excited. They get their books autographed.
Their meeting place never changes.
But I thought I had your book all figured out.
About 13 men who live behind bars at the Utah State Prison bring their notes and questions each week.
I often try to figure out who the bad guy's going to be.
This night they hosted Utah author Todd Peterson.
I was so impressed with how carefully they'd read it and how carefully so many of them had researched the issues that the book brings up.
In between discussion on pirates,
helped us kind of flesh it out,
and federal lands,
you know, any anthropologist,
was curiosity and camaraderie.
There is a lot of preconceived notions or ideas of the kind of people you meet in here.
Good book.
This week's discussion leader, Craig, escaped to the dry desert of southern Utah while reading.
Having new books in here is like a treasure for a lot of guys.
For other participants, the book offered a space to reflect.
like it's speaking to me.
Craig has been coming to book clubs since it started.
I really like that, sort of like an angel looking over somebody's shoulder.
Morris says it's group members like him who have changed perceptions of life in prison.
You can just rely on television, movies for what people are going to tell you about what's happening in here, but getting to spend, an hour and a half, a couple of hours in here meeting real people changes everything.
The club's host says it's changing minds.
I like to let these people know in here that they are valued and they are valuable and that they are capable of change.
By going beyond the cover.
you writing this is going to help someone pass through some more times that they're having in solitary zone.
The club relies on donations to get copies of each book, and once the club is finished with them, those books are donated to the prison's library. In Salt Lake City, Shelby Lofton, KSL 5 News.